What's up everybody? In this video some tips and tricks how to get the most out of your Volvo EX40, EC40 and yes also XC40. If you have any which I forgot to mention, leave them down below in the comments and let's help each other a bit. Let's get started. So my first tip, you can manually fold in your exterior rear view mirrors and you do that over here. Over here you see a left and right button. You press them at the same time and you'll see that the mirrors will fold in. Same if you press them again, they will fold out. And you also see that the lights will turn a bit green if you do so. So there you go. That's how to fold your exterior rear view mirrors. My next tip is also located over here. That's for the memory of the seat. So this one has electronically adjustable seats, this EX40. There are two settings. Now, if you have your preferred setting and you're going to be, for example, driver number 1, then press the memory, one button, and you will also hear a sound confirming that you saved it. So let's try it one more time. Memory, and there you go. My next tip then has to do with the intelligent speed assist. That's a requirement here in the European Union. Basically, the car will start beeping at you when you are speeding. It's located over there. You can already see that it activated itself. Now you can turn it on or off, also on again, by pressing on this button over here on the left one, that arrow pointing left. And then you'll see if I press that, it will say intelligent speed assist has been turned off. You can also turn it back on again, and now it's on again. Now let's stick with the buttons over here because you can also switch from adaptive cruise control to pilot assist. The way you do that is that you first activate the pilot assist or adaptive cruise control by pressing that button. Currently it says I cannot do that, but then you'll see or like a symbol popping up with the steering wheel that it's on. Well, anyway, if you want to switch from pilot assist to adaptive cruise control only because maybe the car isn't recognizing the lines properly, then you can switch between adaptive cruise control and pilot assist with this button over here. So the one pointing to the right, because the left one is the intelligent speed assist. You can also adjust the distance, for example, of the adaptive cruise control a bit further away or a bit closer. Now another function I really enjoy is the home safe functionality of this car. That is a feature that illuminates the area around the car after you exit and even lock the car. Perfect, for example, charging at night, or if you need to park at a very dark parking lot and you need to walk away from it, not feeling entirely safe, then make sure you use the home safe functionality. So what you do, you put the car in park, you need to open your door so that the car knows that you're leaving the car. And then you press this one away from you and you'll see that the home safe functionality has been turned on. Now, if we walk away from the car, for example, right now, lock it. Yes, there we go. Then you'll see, it's daylight now, of course, but you'll see that the lights are still turned on. Now you can put this functionality on, and this one is on, I believe, on 60 or even 90 seconds. So that's very nice if you also, for example, need to connect your car to the charging station and whatnot. Then it will light up the place for 1.5 minutes. But especially in winter, this is very useful, and also especially for electric cars, as I said, because of the charging hassle thing you need to do with the cables, being out of the car in dark places. Then yeah, the home safe approach is quite nice to have. So make sure you use it. So the next tip has to do with the Google system. This is the Android Automotive OS with the new Google Volvo system interface, which is really nice in my opinion. But Google Maps, make sure that you sign in with your Google account to this car or to this Google Maps, because then if you also set, for example, your home location and your work location, you can just say to the car, navigate to home, navigate to work, and then it starts already the whole navigation. So yeah, make sure you connect to Google Maps by signing in this system. Another one then for the infotainment system, make sure you download some apps for entertainment. For example, when you are charging. That's the benefit with this Android Automotive OS. You can download applications. So you go into the Google Store, and yes, you need to sign in. This is a press car, so it's a bit complicated for me currently, but as you can see over there, we have Spotify, YouTube, Prime Video, and many more. Even some gaming apps, perhaps for your kids, whilst charging. So, you know, make life a bit more fun whilst charging or waiting for somebody. Get some apps, watch YouTube, watch Prime, do some gaming, Trust me, that really makes time in this car very joyful. If you live in a very hot or cool country, for example, in the Netherlands, it's currently about 5 degrees Celsius, whilst it's super sunny, lovely day. But yeah, then make sure to get the most out of this car by using the preheating functionality, for example. So over here, we go into the climate control settings, this small ventilation thingy. Go to timers, and then you'll see that, for example, currently we can keep the climate active. For example, if you park the car, want to wait around a bit, then the car can keep it nice and warm or cool in here for you. But you also can set timers, climate timers. I've done this, for example, this week on Thursday and Tuesday. It's 6 and 6:35. It was cold here, so then the car will heat. And over here you can do it, each day, repeat it weekly, whatnot. So that's nice. Then also over here you can tell the car what to do when preheating. I want it on that the steering wheel is turned on a bit, the heated seat as well. For the passenger you can also say, warm that up as well. And also defrost the rear, including the side mirrors. That's also nice to have, so make sure that it's turned on over there. So yeah, the preheat functionality of this car. Typical Volvo, right? This option. But it's really nice, trust me, especially in the winter and the cold mornings. Make sure you use this. Though, keep in mind, your car needs to have a sufficient state of charge. So for example, if your car is charging, then no worries, it will always do this. But I believe if your car gets below 10% state of charge, then it will not do the climate preheating function, because it drains battery, and then you have an empty battery before even departing. So keep in mind you need sufficient state of charge to use this function. Then maybe this is your first electric car and you have a bit of this range anxiety. Well, the car is here to help you, because it can be a bit more efficient. For example, if you're running low on battery, state of charge, and the charging station or your home is still a bit far away, then you can optimize energy usage a bit. Go into climate, and then over here there's an eco setting that saves you a bit of energy, because the climate system does take quite a bit of energy, especially also, for example, if you have the AC turned on, heated seats, whatnot. So make sure to use that, and then also dive into the range assistant, and over there you can use the range optimizer, which is now turned on as well. So that limits climate and driving performance to maximize your range. So if you still have a bit of range anxiety, then yeah, use the range assistant and also the eco setting in the climate system. Now, probably you also have the wireless phone charger over here in your 40 series car, which is quite nice, but maybe your 40 series car is brand new. You put your phone on it and it's not working, then probably it's not turned on. So what we do, make sure you go into the settings, we touch the Volvo, settings, controls, and then you go all the way down to more. And then over there you see wireless device charging, which needs to be turned on. Otherwise it will not wirelessly charge your phone. So make sure to check it out over there. Now you may notice this screen is getting a bit filthy with all the touching and using the fingers on it. There's a cleaning mode. If you have a cloth, for example, to clean this screen, then make sure you keep the home button pressed for some seconds. And then we are in cleaning mode. Then you can clean it without doing anything wrong. Oh, now it's even worse. Oh my God, I need to clean this later. Press and hold again. And then we deactivate the cleaning mode. And you can continue using your system. And this is also maybe one, if you haven't looked inside the glove compartment box yet, which is funny to know, there's a takeout hook over here. Max 2 kilograms. Normally like this. Very clean. But then if, for example, if you have takeout, fold this one out, and yeah, you can hang your takeout on it, or maybe your purse, for example, if you have a purse. But yeah, I can imagine that you do not really see this one when you have a brand new EX40, for example. So yeah, it's over there, the takeout hook. Then a couple of tips for using the tailgate of the car. This car has the hands-free functionality. Now that sensor is positioned on the left side of the license plate. So let's see if it works in one time. Yep, there we go. Well, I've done this more often. Ta-da! So that's the hands-free functionality, which from time to time I like to use if you have a big box or anything, a lot of groceries. Now, there are two buttons over here, as you can see. You can close the car, or close the tailgate, and then also fully close the car, or just close the tailgate. If you live, for example, in a car park, an underground car park, or well, you live there, you probably park there, not live there, I hope for you. But anyway, as you can see, it's currently quite high. You can change the setting that it does not open that far. So for example, just a bit like this. So what you do, we're gonna press the left button once, then it starts closing, and then we stop it again by pressing it. Or you can carefully push down the tailgate, which is a bit hard for me currently. So there we go, for example, carefully does it. Then keep the left button pressed. And then you heard 2 beeps. That's the car confirming that it will remind this setting for the height of the tailgate. So if we close it now, and we open it again by pressing the button down below here, you'll see that it stops at our set height, which will prevent, for example, your tailgate being damaged or scratching the roof of the car park you hopefully not live in, but you use because you live in an apartment building. Anyway, you get the point. If you want to do it again or open it up more, then you need to press it up again, keep the button pressed, and then it will reset to that position. So there we go, guys, some tips and tricks from my side for you. Bit of a spontaneous video, but I hope you find them a bit useful and it will help you enjoy your 40 series Volvo a bit more. If I forgot any tips and tricks, probably leave them down below in the comments. Let's help each other a bit on this. And yeah, if you found this video useful, give it a like. Also subscribe if you're looking for more Volvo EX40, for example, content. I also have a model year 26 update for this car now on the channel, so maybe you want to check that out as well. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.